Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Ginger Fox here, and I'm gonna be reading some more Decorum, Book 3. This is Chapter 3, A Mother's Touch. After the family dinner surprise, brace yourself for another unexpected guest arrival. Oh god. What's gonna happen now? Oh boy, we're just getting in right into the unexpected guest this time, aren't we? Book 3, Chapter 3, A Mother's Touch. The morning following the dinner party. You and Briar drove through the Edgewater grounds, discussing the prior evening. Wait, you can hear me, right? Okay, I think sure. I think sure. I cannot believe that Harry accused you of such things. How have I poisoned everyone with my lies? I have been nothing but truthful. Perhaps he thinks you stole the Edgewater jewels. Or perhaps he blames me for... It would easily explain why he wants Edgewater and why he returned. I can't blame Victor and Harry for thinking such things, though he's known Mr. McCaster longer than either of us. He must think you bamboozled the Earl to gain the estate's fortune. What are the chances of a Countess Harrieta is to blame for this misunderstanding? Seeing as she seems to always undermine you at every chance, rather high. Mark my words, I'll prove my innocence. I just need to speak with Victor and Harry again. As the two of you continue your walk, Briar sighs heavily and kicks a rock across the dirt path. I'm sure you'll get the chance. Is everything all right? That was quite the sigh. Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing is wrong. I'm fine. Briar, you're my best friend. I can see through your facade. It's nothing. Just... Ever since we left for Bath, I've grown rather distant from Mr. McCaster and Mr. Woods. Truly? How do you mean? I thought things were going well. They were, but the distance forced me to realize that I don't think either of them are my future husband. Why didn't you tell me sooner? You had everything with Mr. Richards going on, and then I couldn't ruin your happiness, Miss Parsons. But when I told Mr. Woods and Miss McCaster my realization, everything fell apart. Mr. McCaster becomes so sad and can hardly meet my eyes, and Mr. Wood keeps me at arm's length now. Oh, Briar. I'm confident in just being me now, but I fear I will lose her friendships. You should. If you want things to change, then you must express your feelings. They will only continue to act standoffish towards you unless you speak up. You have a point. I shall try to keep your advice in mind. Just then you notice a small wagon pull up in front of the house. Sorry. You squint your eyes to see the lady's arrival. Who is that? I don't think we're expecting visitors. There is only one way to find out. Briar hikes up her skirts and sprints towards the mansion. Wait for me! Briar suddenly comes to a halt, causing you to almost collide with her back. Whoa! It can't be. You peer around Briar to get a glance at the new arrival. What? Mom? What are you... Oh, Miss Daly. Oh. Sorry, I was thinking that was her mom for a second. I'm like, what? Miss Daly? You hurry over and embrace Miss Daly. She holds you tight against her. Welcome to Edgewater, Miss Daly. So much has occurred since we departed from Grovershire. So I've been told. I hear you're engaged to be married to one Mr. Chambers. That is not all. My half-brother Victor Harry has returned from the dead as well. No, oh my, much has happened indeed. Mrs. Daly turns her attention to Briar, whose mouth remains agape. Mama, you're here at Edgewater? Close your mouth, Briar. It's not polite to stand and gawk, especially at your own mother. Are you not going to greet the woman who raised you? Briar, still bewildered, embraces her mother and gives her a quick kiss on the cheek. I'm simply confused. I didn't expect you here. Are you that sad to see me? But I wrote you the other day. You weren't sure when you could visit Edgewater. I changed my mind when I heard the news about the wedding. I think what Briar means is that we wish to understand why you're here. Well, since you're getting married, Claire, and I don't know when Briar will, I'm here to help plan your wedding and make sure it's the most extravagant event possible. My grandmother and I would be honored to have you help plan my wedding. It will be like having a piece of home with us. Now that's settled, are you not going to give me the grand tour? I need to see what I'm working with. Follow me. You lead Miss Daly around the Edgewater estate and eventually arrive at the gardens. As you can see, we pride ourselves on our roses. The gardener, Mr. Radcliffe, works hard to keep them in top form. Perhaps you and Mr. Chambers can have your official portraits out here. I can see the two of you posing in your wedding attire here, overlooking the lake. Pardon me, but are you discussing wedding plans? The Devon Kansas rises from the bench near the water's edge and strolls over to you. Lady Grandmother, allow me to present Mrs. Daly, Miss Daly's mother. So I gathered. Miss Daly curtsies low to the Dowager Countess, who gives a dignified nod in response. My lady, I am delighted and humbled to meet you. I come all the way from Grovershire to help plan Countess Claire's wedding. Most excellent. I could use another set of hands to finish the wedding invitations. How perfect. I can't wait to see them with my own eyes. If you were still in Grovershire, you would have received your invitation first. Have you seen our ballroom yet? I was thinking the happy couple could receive guests there after the ceremony. I already have several ideas on how to decorate. We shall discuss in detail later. I sense a powerful alliance forming here. What have I done? You, my dear, have ensured a most fantastic wedding. It is better to have alliances working with you than against you. Miss Daly, shall we continue on our tour of the estate? Show our new guest the upstairs parlor for her own use. No one will disturb her there. You lead Miss Daly into the house when you discover Miss Parsons and Mr. Chambers engaged in conversation with Mr. Castor. Yes, Princess Charlotte's nuptials were all they could speak of when I was in town last. We can only hope the reunion will bring joy to the country. I read in the newspaper that their ceremony. Countess Claire! Miss Parsons' eyes light up when she sees you enter the house. Her expression turns to surprise upon noticing Mrs. Daly beside you. And Miss Daly? She came to visit to help with wedding preparations. Would either of you happen to be the lucky man who will soon wed Countess Claire? Yes, that would be Mr. Chambers here. I am saddened we were not able to meet before, Mrs. Daly. Allow me to present you to my Mr. Chambers. Miss Daly slowly walks around Mr. Chambers, carefully taking him in. I see you had best remember things are different now that you're to wed. Mr. Chambers, Countess Claire is like a daughter to me. Treat her well. Or else. Yes, of course, madam. Now, we should let them get back to their day. We had much to discuss about the wedding, including your dress. Briar leads you and Mrs. Daly to the parlor the Dowager Countess mentioned before. Your eyes sweep over the scarce used room. Yes, this will do quite nicely. You mentioned a dress earlier. Did you? Just then Mrs. Daly pulls an extravagantly detailed dress from her bags. You run your fingers over the intricate lace, beading, and jewels. Mama, this is perfect. It's so beautiful, and I can't believe you made it. All girls here came together to help. Mrs. O'Malley offered fabric from her tailor's shop. Some of the beading is from my wedding dress. I also used some of the lace from your mother's dress, and Mrs. Daly wipes a tear from her eye. Your mother would be so proud of you right now. I know she won't be there in person, but I thought this would bring her spirit to the occasion. Briar sniffs in the corner, and you embrace Mrs. Dally tightly. Thank you, Mrs. Dally. I'm honored you thought of this. You deserve to feel like the most beautiful bride. You truly outdone yourself this time, Mama. It still has some final touches and alterations to go through. I didn't want to finish it without Claire's blessing. But if you like it, I can get the remaining materials and finish it soon. Otherwise, I had something else, but it's not the same. This is only one piece of your wedding symbol. Just imagine this was with a veil, some lovely jewels, and the perfect style for your hair. And Parsons will be quite speechless when you walk down the aisle. I don't think I'm gonna have enough diamonds. Nope, fucking knew it. I appreciate your dedication, Mrs. Dally, and I think this other dress is more me. If that's what you think, then I shall work with this. Perhaps we'll add some other accessories later then. Yes, I can see it now. As the afternoon trails on, Briar falls fast asleep on the settee while Mrs. Dally works hard on tailoring your wedding dress. Oh, fiddlesticks, this was the last of my pins. We'll have to stop until I acquire more supplies. I'm sure Moorfield would have what you need. It's not far. Shall we invite Miss Parsons and other friends to walk with us? I'm sure they'll love the trip. I wouldn't mind getting to know your friends a bit better. It's settled then. Briar and Miss Daly helped you out of your wedding dress before heading to Moorfield with your friends. I'm going to stop the video there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. As always, stay safe and take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.